Ooh, yay, third level spells.
I'm sorry, what was that, Doug?
I hit the darkness.
Oh, I was suggesting while you were gone, I was character rapping with them about maybe not playing a druid, but kind of doing a dumb fighter.
Your cameo is looming.
Yeah. And then that way I wouldn't have to understand as much of the rules to be not making a fool of myself at the table.
Okay. Well, as we go live, because we are, again, I'm curious, has anyone, like, we discovered, it's my bad, we discovered sort of at the last second, like, oh crap, we are supposed to be 6th level, before anything else happens, very, very dangerous not to be. And I said,
You're really loud all of a sudden, Jeff.
Oh.
Anyone else hear that? Or no, maybe that's me.
It stayed the same on my end.
No, that's just me.
Ooh. Guess what I get at 6th?
Bacon cheeseburger.
Dragon breath.
Pulls it out.
Ooh, nice.
Oh. Well, on that note, hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Age of Ashes Pathfinder 2nd Edition Adventure Path podcast that we call the Elven Portal. Tonight, we have Matt Witt revising his role as the Dwarven Sorcerer Albric Stonechucker.
Good evening, everybody.
We have our resident rules lawyer, Joe Gibson, and playing the mighty, the indestructible, the elf friend, the human and dwarven cousin. Well, you just like the demi-humans, you're just soaking them up everywhere you go, man. Playing Niles Albright, the cleric.
Hello.
Leaving the desert background behind him and entering a Celtic entourage of dwarves, we have Aiden Willems, who's been asked to join the show to learn his way around 2nd edition because he hasn't really played any of it with the cast. Playing our indomitable little goblin, Mr. Aiden Willems is in the house.
Hey, what's up?
Hats off to Lobrak, the most dangerous character, I think, and we'll probably prove when we get into leveling. Continuing cameos, we have Grayson. No. We have Stefan Oakhart. Your dwarf anywhere he goes. I said play a dwarven cousin. Now he's playing a dwarf like in every game he shows up in now. Playing Stefan Oakhart, Mr. Matt Spiegler is in the house tonight.
G'day.
And, of course, someone that I played with a long time ago, someone that I actually personally had the pleasure of introducing 3.5 Dungeons & Dragons to, the lovely and talented Miss Samantha Curl is in the house tonight.
Hey, everyone.
And so, with a Celtic lean in our background, and me pulling up a nice, I think we should go with the big enlarged or maybe a nice gallery shot, tonight. We are going to talk about leveling our characters. We're going to talk about the choices you guys have made, and we're going to frantically try to probably finish their characters because I bet you, since our frantic, announcement the night went out going, oh no, crap, we got a level. What are we going to do? Oops. Is there anyone that's mostly finished or has a really good idea of, what they want to do?
Yeah, finished.
Volunteer. The man that knows the rules the best. Mr. Matt Spiegler. And special guest in the center, Doug Baldwin, who's not playing. But we are going to ask him, what he might play. Maybe a Rustle in the Jungle. We'll get to him last. But let's start with Joe Gibson. Joe.
Sure. So for us going to lovely level 6, you get pretty much a class feat. And since we are using the free archetype, the variant rule, we also get one of those and a skill feat. That's pretty much what we get. So for my class feat, it's a lovely little thing called Magic Hands. More for the spell casting.
And what is that?
And healing abilities.
What does that do?
Here, I'll drop it in chat for you so you can see.
I know. Come on.
Because There you go.
I'm
See?
counting on this
Now,
episode.
now you can click on it.
I'm counting on you speaking in this episode far more than any other previous episode or possibly any episode combined. So come on, get your mansplain on. How proud are you of this?
Yep.
What does it do? What's functions? How you plan on using it? How'd you first discover it?
Well, since we use medicine checks for treat injuries almost every session that we're in combat, this gives me the maximum amount to heal.
Ooh.
So on a 2d8, for a normal success, so there's 16, no more rolling. On a crit, 48.
Nice.
And for me to crit save on a medicine check at a DC 15 is about 75%. So
Yeah, not too shabby.
not too shabby.
Now,
So it's like, yeah, that's all right.
now I noticed looking over some characters that 6th level opens up a category of 6th level feats.
Class feats.
Yeah,
yes.
for the class feats. So, what's your class feat, or did you? Sorry,
That was
your
it.
class feat. Okay. So, something I noticed that it's like suddenly the prerequisites come up. Oh, that's a really cool ability, and it's like, oh, prerequisite. Oh, I didn't take it. So I understand why they might allow some reverse engineering. You fall in love with something, and it's like, oh, I'm really getting into my character, and I'm using this thing. Like I use a 2-handed weapon, Spiegler, and I don't have a shield, Spiegler, and I really want to take this, and I should back it up with power strike and all the type of thing, and if you've just kind of started off first level and built your guy up to 5th going, well, I'd like this, I'd like that to be a well-rounded character. At this level, when you go 6 to 10, it's going to start to hurt you maybe. You'll be well-rounded, but if you don't take the feats that, stack and build up where you could just be a machine in a skill, in a weapon or whatever, I feel for the party. I'm just curious. Anyway, Joe, what else you got for us?
What else? For my skill feat, I took continual recovery. So once again, filling in the role for the healer for the party.
Okay.
So I'll throw it in chat for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when I treat wounds, my patient becomes immune for 10 minutes instead of 1 hour. So what does that mean? Means I heal using treat wounds. Next person, and no longer an hour wait. Now it's 10-minute wait.
Oh, okay. Because you sound like your immunity used to last an hour, only in 10 minutes. Well, that sounds like a ripoff. You're saying that the wait time to reapply medicine is 10 minutes a person, instead of an hour. That proverbial sick. Oh wow, that's cool. That's big.
Yeah, especially to go with my magic hands and all that type of So it's I'm now definitely the party healer. So, and then for my free archetype was the basic blood potency for my sorcerer dedication. So what that gives me is a sorcerer feat, class feat, which I took reach spell for meta magic.
Okay.
Why, you ask?
Yes. Why? Why? Tell us why.
Why? Because 3rd level spells like vampiric touch, I can now do it from 30 feet. I don't actually have to touch.
Okay.
And vampiric touch now only does 66. So, man, it's not too bad. But yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
And let's talk about new stats.
Oh yeah, well, new stats like your skills go up,
Okay. New hit points.
right? Because of level. Oh yeah, I'm a beast now at 68,
Ooh, and what are our saving throws?
and my saving throws are, as soon as I find them, I gotta go through all my.
Fortitude.
Yeah, I gotta look at my normal character sheet. So fortitude of +12, reflex of +8, will of +14.
So if a guy carries a rapier and dresses like Errol Flynn, your reflex isn't bad, but it's not actually your biggest, because going with the classic game, fort and will were the two big ones for the cleric.
Yep, that and my dex is base.
Oh, okay.
I'm strength and charisma.
And wisdom.
I am not dex. My dex is 10.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed. It's not going to.
Okay. Would you actually mind rattling off your stats? We'll find a way to actually post the characters like in chat and later, but would you talk about your actual stats?
Okay. Strength of 16, dex of 10, Constitution of 14, Intelligence of 12, Wisdom of 18, Charisma of 16.
Okay. Your base speed of 25. Your hit points have raised to 68. Your saving throws have raised.
A little
I
bit,
noticed
yeah.
you've been reinstating, swishing around that awesome +1 striking rapier that you picked up.
Yeah. Yep, making sure it works right.
Okay.
So,
Oh, that's awesome.
yep.
And who would like to go next? Anyone? This is good.
Only nobody,
This is good.
because nobody else
This
is
is gonna
done.
be like a short, yeah. It's gonna be a short show, right? Oh, good night, everybody. That was time. We'll go off stream and start just recording this when you guys, finish reading.
I'm still trying to pick out my skill feat, but I know what I'm taking for my sorcerer feat.
Okay, well, tell us as much as you can, starting off.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to take the advanced bloodline feat, which gives me access to the advanced bloodline spell for my sorcerer bloodline, which is draconic, which in turn gives me a 30-foot cone, 5d6 cold damage.
Of flatulence.
Of breath, dragon's breath, because of my draconic ancestral bloodline.
Ooh, being
It is manifesting.
so you
Barbarians get a similar power. That's what I was hoping to do with my orc character in the other campaign.
which campaign would that be? Shameless plug.
The Monster Interrupted. You guys should check it out.
Spiegler's a star over there. This is mighty orc, not half orc. You're playing full on orcs now in this second edition. It's pretty cool. What about your stats, Al?
I haven't done my hit points or any fun stuff like that, but last level was the
I
second
noticed
that puts the
they've
stat up.
added a button to the tracker. It says add a level. Like if you hit the tracker button, it goes bing, add a level. Right next to the third option there, and it just jacks your hit points and everything on the spot.
Oh, does
Yep.
it?
It'll add a level of your last level. Now it says Sorcerer 6 for you, so
Yeah, I already manually added it, but I can manually take it back because I haven't done anything but that, and try the tracker method.
it should re-up your hit points.
So where's the add a level button?
main page tracker button?
Yep.
And then you'll see it on the right side in the first window.
Oh, yep, I got her. Add a level.
Bum, ba-da-bum. Didn't do anything to your hit points though.
Sweet.
Oh, maybe when you did it manually. What were your old hit points? Because right now it says they're 58.
Yeah, I think they were 48 before.
Oh, okay. What are your stats, sir?
Strength of 10, Dex of 16, Constitution of 14, Intelligence of 14, Wisdom of 14, Charisma of 18.
And you are a charisma-based character, yes?
I am.
25
indeed.
speed. How about your saving throws, sir?
Fort plus 10, Reflex plus 11, Will plus 12.
Now I have a question for you and for Joe. The feats come up that say skill training. This is the only way, like in the other games, you guys got like ranks and your skills would go up, or your level would increase your skill rolls. Do they increase in this because of your level?
Everything increases because you're level,
Okay, but you're
except for like AC.
if you have like diplomacy, Matt is trained in diplomacy with his little T. He's got a +8
Yep.
with his charisma, total +12, right? What is that? Like half his levels in there? Like what's the math? Because you can take a skill called skill training, it turns those T's into E's. Training becomes expert, becomes master, becomes legend, and that's really sick stuff. Like with that, the front loaded bonuses. I'm a master. I can do like far more things, right? Because I'm starting.
Not really.
I'm starting to see feats going. If you're an expert in this skill, there's an extra bonus to like the feat goes. You can do this, this, and this. And if you're an expert in this skill, acrobatics that ties in, you can now do this, this, and this. It's like, ooh, pay attention to keeping some of the training up if you want to max out some of the abilities of those feats. Just saying.
Yeah, but it's very difficult for a normal class character minus rogue to do that, because you only get a skill increase every 4th level, roughly.
So that's the only feat available.
That's the only way you can, yeah.
Okay.
Except for a rogue gets it every
Because
level.
like fighter gets a skill feat every other level. So it didn't seem that.
Nope.
I'm looking at the chart, dude. skill feat 2, skill feat 4, skill feat 6, skill feat 8.
Yeah, but everybody gets a skill feat.
Yeah, and one of those skill
To
feats
get a skill increase.
yeah, it's a feat called
To increase
No.
your skill from trained to expert to master to legendary.
Yeah.
You get that like every 4 levels.
Oh, so there's a cap. You have to meet the level requirement before you can take the feat. That is a skill feat. Okay, so yeah, okay. I see. So they shoot in a prerequisite. That's what screwed me up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And some of them, and some,
Okay.
if you take certain archetypes, they will give you skill increases for free
Okay. All right. That's
and stuff like that. But yeah, the bonuses are 2, 4, 6.
Awesome.
8.
Okay. That's enough stalling. Matt, what do you got for us? Anything else?
I'm just going through the list of skill feats.
We'll get
And
to
I
that,
I
yeah.
get to pick another spell. I haven't picked that out yet,
Okay,
so
okay.
I'll come back to me.
We'll come back to you. But like as we're digging in, I'm trying to ask like the proverbial relevant questions. What might be on your mind. So raise a hand. Where's my next victim? Aiden kind of left. Where'd he go? Where are you, buddy? Yeah.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay. Well, let's talk about your actual stats because no one's seen much of this character. Like these characters are brand new on the scene, right? So let's start with the actual statistics, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course. 16 strength, 19 dex, 16 con, 14 intelligence, 8 wisdom, and 12 charisma.
Really? Wow. Goblins are stacked, man.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty juicy. That's cool.
Yeah.
Your hit points. So you're taking another level of rogue, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So
Another level of rogue.
Okay. Hit points are up to what?
Hit points are at 76.
And your saving throws?
Saving throws, Fortitude 11, Reflex 14, Will 9.
Cool. And what choices have you made so far in the world of skills and feats and new abilities?
Well, as a rogue 6th level, I get a rogue feat, and skill increase. Starting with a skill increase, I bumped my thievery from trained to expert, because I can't increase it from expert to master until next level.
Okay.
Let's see. Rogue feat, I decided to take blasted. I just had it. It is skirmish strike. So as a one action, I can step and then strike, or strike and then step. So I can move and attack within one action now.
Cool.
Let's see. Skill feat. I took magical crafting, which allows me to craft magic items, though some have other requirements as listed. in
Sorry,
chapter
hang
11.
on. Back up. That sounds like a regular action that anyone can move and strike, or strike and move. How's this a new thing? How's this a bonus?
Because I can do it within one action. I can do both. So I can go up to 25 feet and poke someone as a singular action instead of 2.
Oh, okay. Well, it says step, not stride. So you could take a 5-foot step and poke.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because striding is your movement, right? So, but still, like to move at all and be pointy at the end, right? That's still really big.
Yeah.
You can go 5, like 1 square, a step in any direction and still poke, or poke and back off without provoking, probably. That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Just working this stuff out. What else you got for us? Anything?
That, or I think I might, if you can step multiple times in a turn, then I could hit someone multiple times while bouncing around for flanking.
Sure, as long as there's nothing that says you can only use this once a round. It says it's just a single action. If you have 3 actions, as long as you're taking the stacking penalties for the hits, you could go 5-foot poke, 5-foot -4 poke, 5-foot -8 poke. Like, you just shuffle down the line. That's pretty cool.
You can only step once per turn.
Oh, okay. So there is something, like I was saying, there is something that restricts. Thank you, sir. Got me all excited.
Ooh, yeah.
Got the goblin all excited.
No,
but
it's important to figure out now.
It's still a really good feat, especially if you want to think more tactics,
Oh,
because you can, poke and then step, and then you still have 2 actions. So then you can move to flank if you wish. Because when you step, you do not draw attack of opportunity or other reactions.
Right.
So,
And the fact that you can also poke while doing, because most people are like, I step out of the thing and I run around, and yeah. That'd be funny. You could be your own flank guy. You could poke, step, and run around behind him and like, okay, my third action, I poke him. Did I get flanking? Was I that fast? No, probably not. Cool. And,
I think you can. I think there's a monk archetype in first edition that can do that. But,
so tell us about magical crafting.
yes. So I can craft magic items, though some have other requirements, as listed in Chapter 11. When I select this feat, I gain formulas for 4 common magic items of 2nd level or lower.
Okay. Now, I'm a stickler for crafting rules. I really hate people like, oh yeah, 5 minutes in the wild and no desk and no table and no workshop. We can hand wave all that stuff, and wow, I got a magic ring. It's like, no. If you do not have a workshop, if you need the portable workshop. If you don't have that, then you need time. Time is fine. Time is money to have the tools to build the whatever. Somebody that has like some toothpaste and a dagger and says, I have everything I need to craft a magical item is going to be very disappointed in a campaign run by moi. So just saying, like crafting on the run is fine, but do you have the tools? Do you have the gold? Like, do you have all the materials, right? Because you're literally making not just like a suitable rope. You're making magical stuff, and that is tricky as shit. Anyway, sorry. Anything else, sir?
And then for my archetype, I also got something else.
Well, I do have some good news. Like this game does do some hand waving for speed, like downtime. It's downtime. Sure. If you can lump that into some downtime, then done. Like you guys go back to town and you have a town worth of workshops. I'm not saying, oh, you need to rent space or you know what I mean? Like you can use someone else's space. It's probably covered in the fee of making said item. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like as long as I'm in a town, craft away, right? No nuts. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be willing to handle that.
And I already have to keep in mind, because I have to do that for snares anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So-
You're a rogue, man. Just break in and use their workshop at night. What are you doing? I'm making you shoes. Shut up. Go back to sleep. And he left brand new boots at the end of every bed, Made magical items to terrorize the kingdom, but the townspeople got new boots. Okay. Anything else, sir?
Yes. So archetype feat, I get remote trigger, which allows me to strike snares to trigger them prematurely from afar.
Wing the rock. Just pick up the little pebble and go, right?
Pretty much.
You always see that in the movie, the big, huge, heavy, leafy net that just snatches up 3 dudes, and they're all like, "Great, Chewie, way to think with your stomach," right?
Yeah. So if I crafted it, I can just automatically activate it. But if another person has crafted a trap, I have to attempt a range strike against the crafting DC.
Well, that's cool.
But I can trigger other people's traps, yes.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Now, can you do range disables? Like you don't not just set it off, but actually like, or is that a whole? That's probably a new feats for higher levels.
Yeah, that might be a higher level feat.
Cool. Anything else, sir?
No, that's it.
For now. Okay. Let's move on to Lady of the House. Samantha, we were texting back and forth. You were asking me something, and I'm glad Joe is here to help me answer. We were talking about terrain. And in a description about taking terrain mastery, it lists all kinds of terrain. It doesn't list jungle specifically. So unless that's a typo in Fantasy Grounds or somewhere in this, because now we're on to our second printing of the core book, I'm going to say that jungle is a terrain, and if it's not listed in the core, forest is what you'd want, because it's the closest thing to this type of terrain to be able to master and make your way around in this type of terrain. So let's call up a wolf, because it's all about the wolf. Let's talk about wolf stats. Hi, my name is Raina. I have 12 strength, 13 dexterity, 12 con, intelligence of 6, which is most probably due to my dwarven partial ancestry. Check out the furry beard. Wisdom 11. Charisma of 19. This wolf is more charismatic than our sorcerer. I love this. Raina's now the star of the show.
She's more charismatic than I am.
Well, hello there, puppy.
That's what your puppy's saying. I don't think we want to cross that benchmark. So, on one hand, you have Beastars, the anime. The other, you have Brand New Animal. Both are good. You know, if you can handle mature content of one or the other, both are really decent anime if you can set aside some squeamishness. So, just saying. I'm curious, when you level, do like your stats and stuff should carry in with Reina, right? But Reina we've put in a separate sheet, so it may not be so automatic. We may have to do some manual stuff. Joe?
Sorry, what?
We're talking about familiars and animal companions. That's something I want to get back to Matt about, going like, have you noticed anything in your warg puppy, right? We're using Fantasy Grounds, and we've listed our familiars and companions on separate sheets. They're not tied to the character. So while we're in here plugging away, making changes, I'm wondering, you know, we got to consult the core book.
I don't actually have a sheet for the puppy because the sorcerer familiar literally runs off of your stats.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So I was just like, why would I bother doing this then?
No, that makes sense because he's like magically you, but the animal companion's a little different because she's like, the wolf existed
Yeah, the
before.
animal companion's very different.
Yeah. So possibly, since Joe's all done, I'll get you to look into that, and we'll talk to Samantha about her actual sidekick to Reina, the ranger that follows you around. Oh, sorry, go. Joe, have you got it? No?
Nope,
Oh,
not yet.
He's looking into this. Let's talk about Reina's trusty sidekick. I don't mean the goblin that she's dating. I mean the elven ranger that just follows her around because, you know, Reina allows it. Let's talk about Alethea Evening Star, the 6th level elven ranger.
So, for Alethea, I took terrain expertise, hoping to get a bit of a bonus there for the jungle.
Okay, hang on. Sorry. Can we start at the top? Because also you are new on the scene. Let's start with your stats.
So, strength is 14, dexterity 19, constitution 16, intelligence 14, wisdom 10, and charisma 12.
And hit points?
84.
And saving throws?
Fortitude 13, reflex 14, and will 8.
So instead of front and back like the cleric, you're 2 in the middle, will being the dicey. Correct me if I'm wrong. Going back to Aiden for a quick second. Obviously you have reflex as a heavy save. Is your fortitude as sucky as your willpower?
No, fortitude's slightly better.
Oh, okay. So not too half bad, but you had a decent con to back it up too, right?
Yeah, the good con, good HP. Cause I took the unbreakable racial heritage line for goblins.
Right on. Yeah, I guess we might want to recover like everything about you guys because we've just dropped you in the campaign. We've never had, you know. Anyway, getting back to Alethea.
So yeah, as I was saying, I took terrain expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Then I took swift tracker. And for my archetype, I took hunted shot.
Ooh, do tell.
So with that, I get to take 2 quick shots against the one that I'm hunting. I make 2 strikes against my prey with the required weapon. If both hit the same creature, I can combine their damage for the purpose of resistance and weakness.
So the first time we run into a creature, you can use Hunter's Edge, like Hunter's Prey, as a single action to... It used to be like hatred. You know, now it's you're my prey. You get all the bonuses start going. You kick that in, and then you can make how many shots? 2?
2, yeah.
As counts as a single action?
Yes.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at tracker. Hunter's shot. Okay, but it 2 shots, but it's counted as 1 chevron or like 1 action. That was what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And do you apply your multiple attacks normally, but the damage for resistance and weakness? So this is her using arrows, pop up, one spot. The same way our monk Muros used to punch something rapidly and could overcome damage resistance. 2-5 damage is like overcoming a 10, instead of just getting absorbed twice. You can now do this with your arrows. You could shoot something so quickly that if it had a hardness of 8 and you did 4 damage for each, it would actually hit it and overcome, and that kind of thing. That is one of the coolest purposes of these feats if someone's not sort of like cluing in. What else you got for us?
I think that's pretty much it.
Now, I'm not going to make you spill the beans like I took this at first, that at second, because I like that to come out organically. You're going, who knew you had this skill? You just use it in, that kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
Because there hasn't been a backlog of 5 levels of history going, oh, back when I was a wee elf, as we remember at the fire. Nope, wasn't there. No, so these will be some tricks up your sleeves for several cast members that can bring them out. So we've covered feats, we've covered stats. And I think that's all questions for you, my dear. Which brings us last, and certainly least, to my good friend Spiegler, Stefan Okenhart.
Certainly least, eh?
So some frantic texting back and forth where I was asking him what he wanted, and I was in front of the computer kind of playing around with buttons on his behalf, and found the add a level button. So, let's start at the beginning, sir. I'll talk about your stats.
Okay. I have 19 strength, 16 dex, 16 con, 10 intelligence, 14 wisdom, 10 charisma.
And your saving throws?
Like the fort reflex. Well, 13, 13, 12.
That's not bad.
Fort reflex. Well.
I mean, none of them are stellar at 14 or 15, but you don't really seem to have a weakness there. Oh, the wisdom is boosted because you're a dwarf and because the fort. Oh, I see. Not too shabby. You actually have fort is reflected directly by constitution. Wisdom will pump up willpower, and dexterity will pump up your reflexes. So if you have decent stats in those 3, your saving throws will be better than the average bear, that is for sure, even on top of your class. Let's talk about any new feats you've decided upon.
I have decided on one from the fighter and one from the ranger.
Okay.
I got advantageous assault. It's a level 6 fighter feat. You want the description?
Yeah.
So when an enemy's movement is compromised, I deliver a more deadly blow. Make a strike against a creature that is grabbed, prone, or restrained. You gain a circumstance bonus to damage on this strike equal to the number of weapon damage dice, or that number +2 if you're wielding the weapon in 2 hands. The strike gains the following failure effect. You deal damage to the target equal to the number of weapon damage dice, or that +2 if you're wielding 2 hands. This damage has the same damage type as the weapon.
So a 2-handed weapon, which even is more effective. Imagine Reina the Wolf, because she really is the star of the show, I'm just going to say it, tripping an opponent, and in comes Spiegler with his advantageous assault and does the overhammer swing like he's at the fair and hits the pedal, and ding, ding, ding goes the bell from a strength check, because that is seriously nasty, dude. I like it.
And yeah, if I fail, I still deal damage.
Okay. So as a free archetype, check me if I'm wrong here, Joe, at 6th level, he can take a 6th level archetype feat for Ranger called Scout's Warning.
He can, whatever his archetype is, then what's your archetype? I have no
Archer
idea.
or Ranger?
Ranger.
Ranger? Then it's whatever it allows.
Now,
I don't
Ranger
know.
is like the name of the class, but like there is an Archer archetype. There's no Ranger archetype.
Yeah, there is. There's both.
You can multi-class.
There is
Yeah,
both?
they talk about specific archetypes that are very specifically Ranger, which we wouldn't have thought of, but they also allow all the default classes to double like a multi-class, so you're all right.
Yeah.
So which one did you take?
Scout's Warning.
Which is the Ranger one?
So you took the Ranger archetype or the Archer archetype?
Ranger.
Ranger, okay.
Okay. So just in the last game, we were talking about spending an action, a standard, a move or something to go, hey guys, look out. And even in this, it costs an action. But thanks to the new Feat Scouts warning, Spiegler.
It's a free action.
Yeah. And what can you do with it?
And everyone, I basically like can put up a hand or just be like, hey guys, we got enemies ahead of us or something like that. And it'll give everyone a +1 circumstance bonus to their initiative rolls.
Not bad. And it's a free action, which is great because now free actions don't count against your 3-action economy. Is that right, Joe?
And I'm able to use it whenever we have to roll for initiative using perception or survival.
Yeah, it's a freebie.
Oh, okay. So it says it triggers when you are about to roll perception or survival for initiative. So if you're doing a religious check, you got your face down in your book, guess what? You cannot use this ability.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's
you-
perception or survival.
But usually everyone's walking around, looking around, up comes perception. Or if you were like doing the tracky thing, so because they're plugging you into being aware of your surroundings, which is really cool. Because a lot of people are going, so I was making my blah lore check, and suddenly I pull this out of my ass. Like you were the last person paying attention. So
And now, so I'm stuck on trying to figure out skill feat and and I was able to boost a skill from trained or expert or trained to expert.
did it tell you to, or did you take a feat that allows you to?
No, it didn't tell me to.
Okay. So why were you able to?
I don't know.
I had such confidence, and then
Does it have to tell it has to tell you just do only what it tells you?
well, the problem with the character sheet on Fantasy Grounds, it's a work in progress.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
and it confuses us or whatever. So like I said, unless there's a feat or something, and then Joe was talking about increasing it. So I think we'd have to defer to
is
Joe.
it
On that.
Yeah.
Every 4 levels?
Yes, no,
a
he-
skill
he-
increase. and
For level 6, sorry, I'm gonna turn my video
Yeah.
back on.
I don't.
For level 6, you do not get a skill increase.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you're a rogue.
Okay.
You
Never
get a
mind
fighter
then.
feat and a skill feat.
So click your way back through the
And-
TEML.
Yeah.
It'll come around to dash and then T again, and you can.
Yeah. T again.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you're pondering, or now something else I noticed about you is you've got some shield feats and stuff, but you're a 2-handed weapon guy. There's nothing wrong with dropping that and having the backup, but I noticed with the 2-handed weapon at 6, like I said, if you wanted to devote yourself to something to get big strikes with the 2-handed, there's a 4th level prerequisite, a second power. Like you could reverse engineer a really cool move, and because in this you guys are allowed to change stuff. I think we did it with Messsina. We're talking about stuff that
Retraining.
Yeah,
retraining.
retrain,
Anytime you level, you can retrain.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to put you on the spot right now because obviously you guys got to do some reading. However, before we play again, or if there is a simple, huge faux pas, like you've never used shield block, and you want to take power attack, which would boost and change over, then as long as it has, because if you're swinging and using a feat and getting the bonuses and winning a combat, you're locked in until you level again. But like I said, if you guys have gone around going, I have aired, and this has not gone on air and played, and I'm sitting on this skill, and I want to finagle, sure, we'll talk about it, and we'll announce at the appropriate time. So, are we done? You guys are just making some final decisions?
I'm done. I've got it sorted.
So
I picked my spell.
yeah, let's hear it.
I
Let's hear
picked
it.
my skill feat.
Let's hear it.
So I took the skill feat because all the skill feats I've taken so far have been along the lines of identifying magical items. So I continued to build upon that, and I took assured identification.
Okay.
And what it does is you rarely misidentify an item when using an arcana, nature, occultism, or religion check to identify magic. If you roll a critical failure, you get a failure instead. If you would misidentify a cursed item because you roll a success but not a critical success, you simply can't identify it.
Oh, so at least I'm not going to go, well, guess what? It's this.
Yeah, like here's this poison of
It's
potion.
poison.
It's a healing potion. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that can't happen
Wasn't that
anymore.
a thing
which,
like way back in early deals? It was like, it's poison, because you guys were failing the crap out of everything.
Yeah, and that's why I've been taking all the identify feats. So I continued that trend.
Okay.
I already talked about the dragon's breath, which is pimp. And for my spell, I took something that is. It really makes sense that I would take this.
What is it?
It is a spell called Cozy Cabin.
Oh, tired of. Fatigue getting you
You shape
down.
Yeah. So it has a duration of 12 hours. You shape a cabin 20 feet on each side, 10 feet high. The cabin has a structure and the same restrictions as a magic item that creates structures. The walls of the hut are simple and wooden with small square glass windows, and it has one wooden floor. It does not include its own lock, but it has a fastener to which a lock can be applied. The interior contains 3 cots, 1 chamber pot, and a small fireplace holding a magical fire. It's lit with magical light that you can light or extinguish at will with using a single action, which has a concentrate trait. Climate inside the hut is comfortable and allows creatures inside it to withstand most hostile weather conditions, except for incredible heat or cold, powerful storms, and winds of hurricane force or greater. They destroy the hut. Other creatures can freely enter and exit the hut without damaging it, but if you exit the hut, the spell ends. So, making camp's going to be a lot better for us, guys.
I want to play right now. Let's go. I'm so excited for this house. If you guys feel that you've got enough bones under, like your characters are finished enough, I say we're only 40 minutes in. We could do something. I definitely want to start an opening scene. Let's
the morning sound.
Yeah.
I just walk out of the cabin.
Oh yeah.
And it dematerializes, and everybody just drops from their bunk positions.
Dude, even better. Like they set up camp. Like I believe. Let's run this, right? Like logos.
All right. Well, give me a minute. I need to be.
Okay. You can do it. Your chamber pot.
What about
But what?
retraining a skill?
Sure, do it now. Because you're about level, so. Oh, you mean like turning a T into an E or something? Or dropping a skill you took?
Dropping a skill and training another one.
It depends. Did you take it? If your background feat gave you the skill, then you need a completely different background. It's not going to make any sense. But if you had if you had chosen something, so what would you have in mind?
I don't know. Maybe society or lore architecture.
Society is like, would I know? Or like, as soon as you ask the DM, would I know? It's a society check about everything, everyone around you, the way people think, the way people act. I'm just saying, it's a heavy skill. Now, if you're fine bling, I'm from the mountain and I don't know shit, no problem. You're a great tracker and you always have these nice gentlemen around you and lady to tell you the way the world works. Sure, but I do know. The way you play Spiegler, actually the way you play Spiegler, you're always like, wouldn't I know, or could I assume? And I'm going society check, and you're like, I'm untrained, and so I would say it's like if you want, your dude, but I would suggest friendly that you keep it because it suits your style of play. Unless you're willing, to really lean into the role play and sit on your hands and zip a lip going, I wouldn't know, I can't, like, not that you wouldn't know anything. You can use skills and train, but you know what I mean? Like, that's up to you. So.
But I would be able to, like, untrain it and put
something else. So what do you want?
Crafting.
Okay. Sure.
But.
Yeah.
Now you got me thinking.
Well, that's the thing, though. If you can make stuff, again, that's also like crafting is a nice. In the last game, it was craft metalworking or you're screwed with metalwork. And this, you just train crafting. It's like you can make anything. Sure, usually you can pick stuff to be an expert or whatever, but they're just like take the crafting, whatever, and it gives you a base roll against just about it. Or did they fix that, Joe? Did they fix crafting? Because it seemed pretty vague and open.
Crafting is still pretty vague, but it's broken down into specialty crafting.
Yeah, so to do anything cool, you have to take the specialties.
Yeah,
basically.
And specialty is choose one. Do you want to be a woodworker? You want to be a mason? You want to build whatever? It's all broken down.
Okay.
You want to make glass bottles? That's a glass worker. That's specialty.
Okay, so what were you thinking of crafting, or did you just want to kind of go with the?
No, never mind. I changed my mind. I was looking at skills, and I needed crafting training because I'm still trying to pick a skill feat.
Yeah.
And I was looking at just now. Where is it? Intimidating prowess.
Now that's cool because, like I said, again, you smack something and you're using your strength to intimidate instead of charisma, and you always have that. I slam my hammer on the wall next to his face, and and people do that to role play, even though it's a charisma-based skill. That feat literally is that move, but the DM always has to let them do it because, it's a role play thing. But if you actually have the feat, you'll have actual dice and skill to back that kind of move up. So that's very cool if you choose to go down that path.
And for the companions, the only thing I could find is that the hit points go up 6 per level, character level. Now, when it changes from a young animal companion to a mature animal companion, then it gets massive stat bonuses. But that is a feat.
I would say what? Oh, okay. So that's her spending feats to make the animal better because it's
Yeah. But other than that, I cannot find it anywhere that the attacks go up or anything like that except for hit points. Same with familiars. Familiars, the hit points go up 2 per level. So
Okay.
that's all I can find.
Now we got our man Drew in the chat here.
Well, and their attacks are all based off of their owner for familiars.
For familiars.
So they do scale up. I would think that there's got to be some sort of scale up for the animal companion.
But the animal companion, when it goes from young to mature, is freaking gross.
Yeah, it's
It's
a big
it's a big jump. They're getting die damage increased. They're getting increased to every stat. It's huge.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, and that's only if it goes up by 1 size.
So in other words, Sam, when you can take that feat,
Mature animal. Then it's going to get your wolf's going to get really gross.
Yeah, like
Awesome.
like the wolf from Spice and Wolf, the anime. She's like the size of a freaking Winnebago. Oh, hello. Oh, he's right around this.
And then at higher levels, it gets even worse.
Okay.
So
So let us return to the deep, deep heart of the jungle. Looking at this map, it does not look like you guys have hit very much. It does not look like you've gone very far. But when overlaid with what I see, you guys have literally practically traveled to the end of the map. You guys have gotten so close to so many things and just kept on. There is a lot here. And one of the reasons why we had to level tonight, thank you for taking the time, guys, is because the XP in the city was supposed to be enough to take you from what was left over 5th and bring you into 6th. And now we've corrected that. You were supposed to be 6th before you ventured into the jungle. You have ventured bravely at 5th, but have encountered practically nothing and no one, except for 1 ruin and 1 guy with a blunderbuss who you sent sailing down the river to see you later. So where's all the action? Where's all the monsters? Where's all the fortune and glory? And what the hell is making our elves blind? You guys settled in the hex that I'm just going to kind of zoom in on it a little bit here. The bottom right of the map. Okay. Cue Matt's morning music, and I'll describe what you guys wake up to. Matt? Witt? Sing me the morning. He's not going to sing me the morning song. Okay, fine.
I had my mouth full, dude. Sorry. Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. You guys, fatigued or not, making rolls, those tents, those lean-tos, the mosquito nets. And on the edge of our camp is this, as simple as the spell makes it, to your eyes, a magnificent freaking cabin with smoke coming out of a little chimney, couple windows. And out the door steps someone that you've never seen, ever. Oh, no, it's just Al in a house coat with the scraggly, scruffy, hair on his legs or whatever. And he's talking to somebody inside, says, we'll summon you and talk to you later, and closes the door behind him and steps out at you guys, brushed his teeth. He's got the morning paper that he got from somewhere under, and he's got the house coat on, like he's going to get the mail. Takes one step off of the front door, and the whole place vanishes, and his robes appear. He holds out his arm. They drop out of the sky, and he puts them on. Turns around, changes. Ready to start your day there, Al?
Well there, lads and lassies. I trust you slept well.
You're in the desert. He's got like this nice hologram on the cabin, like like vacation scenery, right? Get us a little bit more Celtic background, sir. Let's talk about Doug Baldwin's concept for an up-and-coming cameo. Doug Baldwin is one of our very first patrons. He has been with us and cheering us on and has talked to us and got to know the crew personally for 4 years. Okay, 3. Because I don't think we started Patreon in the first year. And has become an instant overnight sensation in our Star Wars game. We shot first as the droid XLX. And we've encouraged him to sit in on all the games and get a feel, not just to keep building chemistry with the cast members that he plays with in Star Wars, but to become familiar with first and second edition Pathfinder in case we might want to cameo. So let's talk to Doug Baldwin about shoulda, coulda, woulda. Your thoughts, Doug? What do you want to play? What interests you? Or are you just staying the hell out of the jungle? You're waiting for book 3, right?
Well, I was definitely going to wait till we solved this dysentery problem. I was figured I'd let that pass.
You don't play a druid that brings him Imodium? The pills.
Yeah, actually, I've always played a spellcaster, but given how little I know of the Pathfinder system, I think I'd rather come in with something more like a dumb fighter and ease into the rule set.
Okay. If you're unfamiliar, I ask several cast members, especially when they're not busy, to haunt our chat. And I haven't asked all of them, but I want you guys to start profiles in Twitch and Twitter with your own name. Because a fan could think they're talking to just another fan. They don't know they're talking to a cast member if you don't use your actual name. So I would suggest that. Extonia? Exmanina? How do you pronounce that, Doug?
Eshkatonia?
Eshkatonia is revealed.
Eshkatonia.
Is revealed to be Doug Baldwin.
That's true.
Dance, monkey dance. Just something that I've had some backlash with fans. Like, I've been talking to this guy. I thought he was. It's like, how does he know so much? What's going on? We have Matt Witt in there. It says Matt Witt, right? Everybody else is like, oh, I'm so and so, right? Frank used to do that. I signed
up my account, with the name that I used, and
no, that's fine.
So
brand new account time. Anyway, so you're thinking about a generic fighter. Thank you for dropping by. I'm not going to put you on the spot right at the moment, but definitely.
Do you guys have like a lizard folk here? That's more very jungle and watery. I was thinking.
Not that I've currently purchased in Fantasy Grounds or has been sponsored by Fantasy Grounds. They have given us. We'd already bought the core book, I think, and they had given us the adventures for free, a couple of them anyway, to get us going. And they gave us a crap ton of first edition stuff, like a whole bunch of books. And that was their sponsorship. Is I think in total they gave us something like $600 worth of books. So we're like, thank you so much. And every show I produce in Fantasy Grounds second edition, we credit them for their sponsorship, and I thank them profusely. Even if the wells run dry and we're buying our own stuff from this point on with Patreon money or my own funds, even the fact that they did that a year or so ago, they put their faith in us, virtually unknown, and went here, just even handing us a $28 module for yours truly. That's a big thing for a major company like that to trust me and go, well, this guy says you're legit. Here you go. Oh, you want more? Okay, here's books for Rob and Phil and you. Okay, they're old edition. We don't think they're going to sell, but we trust you. And we went, thank you. So again, our hats off and thanks to not only Fantasy Grounds, but Devon Knight. I absolutely love Devon Knight minis, the top-down artwork, the idea of having to visualize something in front and then turn it on its head and figure out how to draw it where you can still see from his head to his boots, weapon in hand. I have a lot of respect for an artist that can visualize and turn just about anything into a top-down mini view, which is my personal favorite. So, getting back to Al and his log cabin, unless Doug has anything he wants to spoiler, anything we might see in the future. I got to kill some of these guys off, make room for you, but that could happen soon. 6th level or no, you never know, right?
Maybe a patron can buy that module with the lizard folk in it.
Oh, okay. So. We shall see. Al, nice cabin, buddy.
Thanks, man. Now, it actually can sleep 3 people in cots, and there's probably room on the floor for more. So I'm betting we could probably pack into it.
Well, you know,
Although
you know how you're
that chamber pot be mighty smelly by the end of the night, if you know what I'm saying.
Still, but like just be away from the bugs and everything, right? I just like the idea that you're a spontaneous caster and you must feel the magic within you and shape it. You're not like studying a book and go, "Oh, Master so and so left me this lore. I finally figured it out." You're kind of on your own, and you do study outside sources of magic, but a lot of it is like it's like Jedi training. It's in you, feel it, and you have a master that can teach you stuff, but. You know what I mean? So completely fed up and fatigued with jungle life. He just in his sleep manifests this cabin, right? He comes walking out. Right? Hey guys. So what do you get?
So much power.
I know. Unlimited cover. So much better. Like Palpatine's like, yeah, that's legit, man.
Pardon me. Yeah. So I slept good.
Yeah.
Going forward, I plan on sleeping good every night. Dysentery be gone.
I believe you guys were relatively successful and aren't suffering from fatigue from last. If not, I will, because that was an entire episode. But that's the pain of a sandbox. Like, there are places that you guys are not supposed to go until you're 7th level or 8th level, and they're wide open for you to encounter. Some rebuff you. And I'm not saying a fog of war, like, I can't enter this area as Link. I guess I'll have to go back and save the princess. No, you can walk in there, but they have a cool, strong, heavily damaging to a character way of hinting, maybe I shouldn't, pursue this line of thinking right now, back off and run away, that kind of thing, which is kind of cool. So I didn't have you guys level out of panic. I leveled you because it was owed. So welcome to 6th level. Welcome back. And guys, what do you want to do next? We're sitting on a hex. Danger to the left of me, death to the right, several free boring paths in the clear in several directions, or you can go home, go back and pick a brand new path. What do you guys want to do?
How long have we been out for?
How many days?
Yeah.
Were you guys doing the 1-day hex or the 2-day hex?
1-day hex.
So literally 1, 2, 3,
We've
4,
been out for a long
5,
time.
6, 7, 8 days.
Plus 4 for crafting, plus 4 for crafting.
Ooh,
We've been out for a long time.
12-day, yeah. So okay, 8, 12,
Almost a month.
6,
Maybe more.
No,
They probably think we're dead.
16 days. It's 2 weeks.
So should we jump back on the river,
Now you got.
or should we just kind of explore the land on the way back?
You are encouraged to keep a like. I know you want to go out there and tell them something, right? Like if you found 3 things in one hex and ran back and say, "Let's talk to the elves," and then rehash your relationships with certain key figures, get influence points. That is encouraged. Is expected. But what do you guys have to report besides some crazy Taldorian guy? So, true.
I got a mustache.
Unless you feel you're running low on supplies. Yeah, the mustache. I guess show off the mustache, right?
But I don't think we are. I think we've been successful at living off the land.
You have.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would say we should probably the one thing we know about is that as for sure is the elephant people
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
And that's back to the east from where we are.
Yeah.
So I would say sweep along the river, like the south side of the river, back down toward, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, and let's try and find those elephant people.
Okay. Can I have a perception check all around? You guys are packing up. You haven't left the hex. You're still sort of in its dead center.
26.
3.
Natural 1 for 13.
20.
Yeah, 13 natural 1 for stepping.
Matt, you're calling out Matt's rolls.
Oh my. Yes, I did.
I thought you were making fun of it. Dude, that's cold. I won't tell you my 30, but you suck, Mr.
Yeah.
One. And then now,
Yeah, no, I smashed it.
No,
I just, when I hit the button, I watched the dice that rolled and I was like, oh, 1. I didn't even look at the name. So I actually got a 30. Haha, suck it, Matt.
okay. All right. So going with the 26, Alethea. Okay.
Yes.
Everyone's busy. Everyone's talking. To the southeast, you hear a great, distant, faded roar. Unlike anything you've seen, one of those things that scatters some birds, but it's 10 miles away. That's how big it is. So if you were in that hex, it'd be huge. You hear it just faint and distantly. You know how like you can hear the fairgrounds in your town? It's just 10 miles. No, it's not that loud. Everyone should hear it. Like it is, the elven ears only pick it up. And our dwarf with his 30 not only can, hear it when he gets back from his cabin, because he's run back in there to use the pot chamber, can tell you what it is. Alethea beating a DC of 25, that is some sort of large draconic creature. And Al with a 30, she clues in and hears it, and you guys listen to the echo.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a long pause. Al, I don't know if this would excite you, or if this would make you
Run away!
There are dragons, and then there are dragon offshoots. Things like wyverns, things like snakes that have a draconic lineage, like a hybrid kind of thing.
Yup.
Okay. This roar comes from something like that. It sounds draconic. Do you remember when they did the T-Rex roar in the very first movie, Jurassic Park, and no one's ever heard anything like it? And then car commercials and everybody else tried to imitate it, but it wasn't the original.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sort of a bellowing, right? And then they talked about how it was 3 different things mixed together, right? That's what this sounds like to you. It's a dragon, but it's not. It's probably
Whoa, that's
worse.
That's definitely something draconic in that direction. Normally, it would pique my curiosity, but we haven't got an army behind us, so I suggest we move in not that direction.
I agree. Different direction it is.
I third that.
Run away. So which way do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to head back to the elephant people, or back to town, or just pick another direction?
I think we should head back for the elephant people, see what we can learn from them, and then because it'll be closer to town because it's back, I'm assuming.
I agree. They might know more about the cultists we're looking for.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe they're going blind too.
All right. So can I have some survival as you guys continue to try to live off the land? Because if you double time it to get back a hex without exploring it, right? Get on the boat and then do your, let's say, 2. It takes you a day to get to the middle, and then you guys can travel up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys are right next to the people, and then you can get into the hex and explore it on the next day. So 3 days, 2 days to get there, and a third day to explore the hex. That's like, hey, their camp has to be here somewhere. It's in this hex. We need to do a 10-mile search, to figure it out or find it. But it's in here somewhere. So 3 more days, bringing us up to 19 days. And I need 3 days worth of living off the land for some survival. What do you guys get?
How many of us are there in the party here? So it's me, Matt, Sam,
5.
Lobrak. 5,
Yeah,
yes.
it's
Okay.
Fab 5.
Yeah. So I know Albrecht always gets a cut. Just saying. Y'all can fight over the other 2, alternate, do what you do.
You like summon the cabin on the raft and almost sink it. Oops, oh sorry, I won't sleep on the go to land. No, I'm talking about feeding you guys so that you're not, or you guys might have wasted your supplies already at this point. 16 days is still a lot. I know you guys are trying to feed yourselves as much as you can. Also, he did give you supplies. Blunderbuss Boy gave you some supplies. So let's talk about your survival rolls, guys. Who's surviving here? Seeing all kinds of spamming, call them out.
28, 9, and 23.
Okay. Mr. Oakhart. Paging Mr. Oakhart.
16, 23, 18.
Okay. Not overly hard to feed yourself, and anything you guys are getting over 20, we're talking to multiple people. So yeah, you guys should be okay between the 2 of you. You should be good. So, let's talk about the map. A brand new map for us to explore. Yay! Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. You guys see that?
Yep.
Oh, that doesn't look very good.
Well, we'll explain it in just a moment. Let's talk about surviving. What was your last survival roll, Reyna? I mean, Alethea.
25.
Okay. And what was your last survival roll, Oakheart?
18.
Okay. And can I have perception from the rest of you?
23 for Reyna.
I just took your last survival. 20. I want perception.
No, that was my survival.
Oh, for
not
Reyna's. Okay, for Reyna. Yeah, sorry, you're right. Hey, I'll be good.
And I make like a whistling sound so everyone gets a +1 to their initiative.
As a free action. All right, there you go.
Natural 20 for the 29 or 30
Wait.
if that +1 gets added.
Not like these superstars need it, I guess.
Nice.
How is whistling, which would distract them, help you point out? Are you whistling ominously? Beyond going.
I thought we were rolling for initiative.
You might be. I want to know how you surviving, which you still get to use that feat for free, you suddenly whistling, which would technically distract them, help them. Because you're supposed to be like, you're surviving, I find tracks. You know, you're percepting, I see something. You're walking along going, tracking, feeding.
I whistle so they look at me, and then I use like, I point at my eyes and then circle around me like this. So like there's eyes watching.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. So you're like, you got
hand signals.
Without going, hey guys.
SWAT team style.
I got you. Okay. Nice cover, Spiegler. I like that. That's good. All right. So let's talk about this burnt out village. The forest here bears scorch marks of a vicious fire. Charred bark scars the roots and the trees, and small patches of undergrowth have been reduced to twigs. The focus of the fire seems to have been several small houses in large clearing. All of these structures have burnt to the ground, leaving only charred timbers. That's why I haven't done the fog of war. It's pretty obvious what's going on here. A single stone well stands in the middle of the burnt out village. Near the well lie two almost unrecognizable corpses that appear to have been trampled by a large creature. And you guys, I'm assuming, are coming, from the north. So I will place you guys at the top of the map here. What? I love that
Sorry.
nervous giggle.
Sorry, I was just laughing at something in the chat.
Okay.
A Star Wars reference.
Oh, do share with the whole class now.
No,
Oh, okay, sorry.
don't.
Oh, look, it's Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Oh, dude, that's cool. Spiegler, the next time I say yes and you say no, just be my filter Spiegler going, Jeff, you don't want this on the air. 'Cause I'm busy playing with my dolls. I mean, your miniatures. And, yeah. So who we got? We got Alethea in the front and Oakenheart, and everyone's stacking up in behind. That kind of thing. Right? Do. Something like this going on. Yeah, so you guys come upon the scene, and what do you guys want to do? It's quiet. Too quiet. Can I hear those perception checks? You guys are busy tracking and feeding us and stuff, and looking for.
I got a 26.
Okay. Actually, sorry, let me back up here. Bodies trampled by the well, that would be our survivalists. You guys are moving in, surviving, and the two of you see bodies and move up going, well, we can't eat these, but, our ranger and pseudo ranger find bodies by the well, and you guys are investigating. And oh look, it looks like they've been trampled to death. What the hell's going on? Be on alert. And he starts whistling, going, look at this, guys. Look around. Something's going down. And in that moment, our regular, those that beat 15.
I got a 13 nature check for checking out, like, if I can see what the tracks of this beast were.
Yep. Let me get back to you.
I have a 14 or a 15 with his bonus.
15. I'll give you the bonus. Anyone else? Got perception over 15?
30.
Okay. Yep.
Alethea got 20. I mean, Reyna got 24.
That was I'm still on your survival check.
I got 26.
Reyna got 24.
Damn it.
The wolf.
The wolf knows all. Say Reyna or say my wolf, because I'm gonna think it's like, and I got this, and I'm just gonna keep.
I did say Reyna.
I know, but I don't know your name, Bob. So you know what I'm saying? Like, say the wolf, please. Or I'm just gonna go, Sam. I just asked you for the roll. Like, it's happened twice. It's gonna keep happening. It's getting embarrassing for both of us. Just say the freaking wolf, will you? Thank you. Or I stomp on you first. You actually, who's gonna get trampled first? The wolf, and then I won't have to worry about you anymore. Party 6 becomes Al's predicted party of only 5.
I gotta swing my hammer at you, Jeff.
Nope.
I already protected Reyna from Gerald.
So, entering the scene, you guys are using survival checks to eat and to track, and you find the village. It is burnt out. 2 corpses. Our survivalists, running off of their last skill, yes, initiative's coming, find trampled bodies. You guys are all looking around. In the distance, kind of it's either bouncing off the jungle, like I said, those two are, whistling and focused on what's going on around them. Our wolf's ears perk up. We hear cries for help from a building, like at the far end. You're pretty sure, those of you got over 15. What do? We hear help, help. And shit's going down. Starting at the top of the order, we already know Spiegler's going to start trying to figure out what these tracks are. He sees them and he's into it. Telling people to beware with his whistling, so they gave you guys your bonuses.
Oh, like within 30 feet of us or 60 feet of us?
Furthest building. So like the little one at the bottom left. You guys pretty sure you hear help, 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 and you're pretty sure it's coming from that building. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, people with high initiative.
Are we able to determine, like, if it's like a magical source and it's not actually a person yelling?
Possibly. You could suggest that to your fellow players. Otherwise, I'll keep you focused on the task at hand. So, does anyone want to run over to said building, or?
I'll start, like, crawling my way along the, the sides of the buildings, hugging the walls and stealthing around.
Okay. Al, any movement from you?
Yeah, I'll move up to the ranger and the fighter.
Okay.
And what I do? You know what? I'll take a full movement towards it.
I'll go along beside him towards it.
Okay.
I got a 32 on my stealth check.
So you're abandoning your nature?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You sure you don't want to know what those tracks are? I know, it's a pain in the ass. You were focused on something, about to reveal, and then everyone hears help, and they all start running. You're like, what are you guys doing? And you want to teleport and be a part of it, but it's like...
I thought that was after I did my nature already.
We got 5 guys to handle every situation. I understand that you guys are trying to be reactive, and I've kind of blown my wad here going, there's going to be initiative, but... You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
So, still, though, like I said, I hadn't revealed this. You want to know what the tracks are, and then all of a sudden, they hear help. You can totally dump that and just run off to where you want to be if you really feel that's where you want to be.
Stay on target because my first movement just caught me up to you anyways.
Okay.
That's my suggestion.
Yeah, staying on the tracking.
Okay. There is rustling in the bushes and large creatures emerge. It was quiet and the air was tense. And the scene of devastation kind of took you guys out of nature and into a civilized tragedy. And these creatures were concealed. But now, charging out of the bush, acting territorial, and from that help, help, help cries, agitating these elephants further, they come out, and it looks like they're charging at you guys. And at the top of the initiative order, we have, and this is where we break down, survival, you find the thing, you want nature, and as we go through those fleeting moments, elephant number 5 appears and comes jumping out of the bushes here. And
I think something that was 9 squares large would have a very hard time hiding. What was its freaking stealth rolls? It can't be 9 squares.
You want me to read right out of the book, or are you going to trust the DM?
I never trust you, Jeff. No, it's fine. I believe you, but that's just.
It's funny. Yes.
Ninja smoke.
They're in the area. They're off map. They're in the area. You guys show up, and Buddy calls. Maybe they were searching for this thing, running around, and as soon as he yells, they're like, "Gotcha!" and they come running onto the scene. Unfortunately, you guys are mid-scene. No stealth roll needed because they weren't on the map. Or, if anyone touched the edge of the map and crawls around or headed to the bush, then I'd get into
Sure.
that kind of thing. I mean,
No, I was just saying like it's freaking huge.
Yeah.
That's all.
Their appearance on the map also kind of contradicts what they do. They come out and like I said, they start. Looks like they're charging. However, when elephants bear down on you guys, it just seems like the world's ending. Okay, so even though I come charging out of the bushes here and go like right over top of, where'd Raina go? Sorry, Raina. Come right over top of these guys like I should have crossed through their squares, bowled them over or whatever. Those two are fine. That's probably not what you're thinking of. How did it charge through them or, knock it down, that kind of thing. This thing comes out all bluster out of the bushes out of nowhere. Those two are reeling and out it comes and appears. And that's what it does. Ow! Starts arguing the laws of physics. How does a bloody elephant hide from us, guys? I mean, look at it. It's freaking huge. He starts counting off squares. 1, 2, 9. Shaking his fist at the sky. You suck. How can it hide in the bush? Completely unafraid of said, but what else do you want to do that's relevant?
I am going to cast haste on myself.
Okay. First you haste your pants, then you haste yourself.
And because I do that,
how many actions
that
is
should
that?
give me another action that I can actually cast with. I'm not sure.
You freak out like this is intimidating. You just
It's a freaking
I know.
dude.
It's like he comes running out. You're like haste. No, you can be done.
You know what? I'm gonna slow the elephant.
Okay, so you cast haste on you, or you cast slow on him?
I cast haste on me. That gives me another action, and then I cast slow on the elephant.
How many actions does it cost to cast it out of the gate?
So casting it out of the gate is 2.
Okay, so 2. You have 1 left, but haste gives you a second, which means you have
A
2
second
left.
action
Right? Is it next turn or on this turn?
on this turn.
Okay.
So I
Cat.
haste.
Yep.
Slow.
Gotcha. Because slow obviously is another 2, and you're done.
And
Okay.
I'm going to see if
So read.
Hold on a second. I might. This might be an attack spell. I don't know.
Okay.
I might have that thing.
Yeah,
it is.
Read if it affects
There
me.
you go.
I'm gonna make you just kind of go crap slow, and even though it may not affect the creature, read me slow the spell. Does it affect?
Slow the spell.
Yep.
You dilate the flow of time around the target, slowing its actions. Critical success. The target is unaffected. That's for his saving throw. Success. The target is slowed 1 for 1 round, which means it loses an action for 1 round, which is what happened.
Okay. A single action? Oh,
Single action.
oh, because I'm slow. I'm slow. I'm not actually held.
Yeah, you're not held. I just slow you. So he comes charging out. I'm like, fast, slow.
Yeah, yeah. And a bunch of this ain't right. What?
A freaking elephant! What the crap?
Yeah, like what the hell, man? All right. I'm down with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally.
So that's me.
And look, I got a real elephant for you now. I'm charging up. Now does it look like it's just kind of a reach thing or a space, you know what I mean? Now it looks like I could squeeze by you. And that's Al. Okay. Running out of the bushes out of the bottom, going right past, because it was attracted by the noise, right past the noise itself comes another elephant. Come on. Whoop. Hello. Oh no! Look, it's another elephant. Come charging out. Now, this all happens like how your initiative goes down. Like that first round, Spiegler, is so, because now you're probably shaking your head going, well, why the hell did he hold my action? But now you were thinking about what kind of tracks made this. Did you want to move? You know, did you want to wait? I started an initiative back when you were jumping on that second action, so you have an action coming up. It's just the elephants happen to go, you know, quicker than you, as it were. But good news, because now you can either, you know, finish the nature and go, aha, that's an elephant, you know, or put the two and two together and just roll with it. Anyway, this thing comes charging out at us, stops around here and reels, you know, sees like there's more than one target, that kind of thing. And that's what it does. Alethea, by the well. You're surrounded by elephants.
I'm gonna pull my bow and move.
Okay. Now, a nature check, Spiegler, Alethea, anyone, is which would identify what this is, how it acts, blah, 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 what should I do, you know, immunities, blah, 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 friend or foe. It does only take one action to recall, but, you know, knowledge is key, especially out of the gate when this thing, you know, these things just jumped you guys and kind of surprised you like, holy crap, what the hell? So, running around, doing your tracking thing, and now
Okay, well, I'll do a nature check.
do the bow. Do the bow, call the bow.
21.
Okay. These are huge animals called elephants. They are not in a forest. You have never seen one, but you have heard tales. And in person, they are more than impressive because of their size and, you know, they look like they could be very ferocious, you know. However, you know that they're herbivores, they're docile, they can be used as pack animals, you know what I mean? Like around strangers, they could be a lot dangerous, but it is an animal. It is something that, you know, you should be able to handle, calm, if possible. If, you know, like these could be very agitated. You could just be setting yourself up for a trample, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not just some creature that goes, da, you know what I mean? Like there is a chance, hopefully, you know, get rid of the mice, the goblin, and take the splinter out of my toe, maybe we'll talk. And that would be the nature check ranger trick to like actually calm, you know, animals. It's hard, especially when they're agitated, but it is possible. Don't let the fact that we're red squares around us fool you that we, you know, want to do something, because they could have charged out of the bush and trampled the crap out of us, and they didn't. These things, with your awesome roll, did what's called a mock charge. They come running at you, like a gorilla, you know, that kind of thing. You know, bring it. But you had that one chance, like it didn't just flatten you guys like a freaking train. It came out and stopped. Blah. You know, it's almost like they're running out going, blah, get out of here.
Well, I can try and calm the one closest to me down.
Okay.
And hope to God it doesn't trample me.
Okay. So you pull out your weapon. Your brain racks up all this information. You want to try?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay. You see that awesome scene in McDundee where the bull's on the road and he just calms it down.
Is this nature again?
Yes, it is.
25.
25. do. Bum, 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 bum. Fail, but not critical fail. Close. Anyway, it sees you. It takes into account your movements. You get it kind of swaying a little bit. It looks a little confused, but it's still very agitated. It's jumping around. You know, you're on the right track, but not quite enough. You don't know this creature well, and it does not like the smell of you. So unfortunately, without hitting the DC, a fail. But you did see it react to it. It didn't ignore the calming. You know what I mean? Like it looked like you had a chance there. And that's 3 actions from you.
Yep.
Lobrak. 30 perception. You're aware. You've been aware of everything the entire time. You know where everyone stands. You know what everything they do. You predicted everyone's movements. That is why you were in the most advantageous position of stacked up. Lobrak is a demigod with his 30s. No, you think I'm lying. Seriously, Aiden, take it all in. 30, roll that first roll on the scene. Your brain just works, and it's like, and this is happening, and I'm going to go here, and now it comes into fruition. It's almost like a Jedi prediction. But your actual turn now, what do you do?
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my newest feat, Skirmish Strike, to step westward 5 feet and then strike at the elephant above me.
That sounds like a battle. Okay.
And I believe I have flanking with Niles. Or Reyna. Well, Reyna would have natural attacks to threaten, I believe.
Niles needs to have his turn activated before he can flank anything. Because we're in the first round,
Right.
and he didn't have like a weapon out or anything, so... if we got to hit, like if he had his turn, he pulled it out and stood there like, whatever, and then you come up, then yes. But right now, he's kind of flat-footed until we get to that. So I'm afraid no, but you want to move up, stab, and step back?
Move up and stab, and then just stab repeatedly.
Okay. In we go.
I have a horse chopper, so it's going to be at range. Or it is reach.
Horse chopper has reach? I thought a horse chopper was that little curved dagger thing. Oh, that's a dog slicer.
No, that's a dog slicer.
Oh, so I'm sorry. That's why your back is square, because you're okay. Reach weapon, right? I'll be okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is a 27 to hit.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice elephant, good elephant. You know, she's speaking Elvish, doing the horse whisperer thing, and then out of nowhere the goblin appears. Just fucking nails this thing. What did you get for AC hit?
27.
Yes, that hits. And you are attacking this one, so now I'm good. Sorry, I wanted to target it.
Oh, good. 11 points of damage, max on the dice.
Okay. You slice into it. It has an exceedingly thick hide. You barely hit it with an AC of 27, and you don't seem to wound it very much, even though that cleave would have brought down a horse. This is a magnificent, healthy emphasis on the over 100 health beast.
I think Reyna would threaten him and put him in flanking as well, by the way. Niles wouldn't, but Reyna would.
Reyna hasn't gone yet. No one that's acted in this round.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because all shit
Yeah,
went
but
down.
The elephants have gone.
Yes.
Which is why they aren't flat-footed to me. So, no sneak attacks.
Sorry. Because it's been Elephant, Al, Elephant, Alethea, Lobrak, and all your flanky partners are coming up. So, but not bad tactics. I mean, you guys are looking at the board and using tactics. You terrible people. Critical miss.
Yep. So second action was a second strike at a -5 or -4, I believe.
Okay.
And natural 1.
Okay. I don't have a name. I'm not going to pull a card. It just.
Do I need to roll to confirm, or is that?
No. These are
Is it auto
these are auto. Now, Jason Bullman himself came on to Twitter recently, going, I think people are misunderstanding the whole crit miss, whatever. The critical miss is a chance the DM have a little fun and flavor, but not necessarily break and have you miss and hurt yourself and people every time. And you don't have to do something wild every time. It's mostly just a miss. And this is why there's no chart for critical misses in the book. Critical hit, double damage, extra effects, or in every spell and every skill, they say, if a crit fail, if a crit hit, and it tells you exactly what happens, right? Now, Bowman is not talking about the crit cards, which you can buy and are really, really nasty either way, which we decided to use for like name phones and boss fights because in every other fight, it just gets really, really nasty. So, Lobrak, with that giant big swing, doing damage, and then like pulling it out, and then just trying to like hit him again, you know, and the elephant just kind of turns its head, you go ka-ting, kind of like off of its tusk, and the weapon bounces back like wide, like leaves you open a little bit. You're like, and there's your big miss. Whoops. And you've moved, so you're done.
I'm used to things going down in one hit. You know, it's like, aha, surprise.
Yeah.
Dead.
Alethea, he did wound the creature, and now it's very pissed off.
Well, there goes my chance to calm it down.
Possibly. I mean, even, you know, it might up the DC, or they're just, you know, I wouldn't stand next to Loprak in this battle, I can tell you that. You hurt it. I'm standing over here, you know. Reyna. Now, here's something. The wolf acts independently. You have to spend an action to direct your wolf, do you not? You say attack, and then it just goes every round. Attack, 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 without you having to up that, right? But initial actions are usually, back me up on this, Joe, commanding your
minion or your companion, or is one action, and gives them 2.
So, Scoobet Do is looking up the wrong end of an elephant. And Master, off my peripheral left, comes over going, nice elephant. And then something really small comes running over going, die, elephant! She called you an elephant! I hate that name! Right? So the wolf's just like, snarling, you know, is ready to move into a flank, whatever. But at this point, like, we're right out of the gate. Like, everything's happening so fast. Until it starts absorbing, Master's fighting. I will fight. You know what I mean? I would have to wait for that command, and you don't have any actions left. So Reyna holds.
Yep, not a problem.
Stefan. Okay, nature check. Big tracks, and then like shit just goes sideways. Things come running out at you, and you know. But this has all happened in literally under 6 seconds. You guys came on the scene. Ooh, there's a body, elf, and we kind of hand in hand go over and we look at the body. Go, look at those big squishy marks. I wonder what that is. You bend over and have a close look, and are about to think about nature. She stands up, goes, crap. Elephants come over. She tries to soothe one. You're standing back up going, oh, boot size? Boot print. Okay, I'll let you skip the nature or give you a plus 10 bonus just to be sure. Because, you know, those misleading encounters where they want the party to assume something. Or you can go to guns or whatever you want to do. Mr. Oakhart, the floor is yours. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna get ready for combat.
Okay. Pull out the big maul.
Actually, I'm gonna pull out my short bow.
Okay. Pulls out the bow, and you can aim, load, shoot. You know, pop at it right now, or you can move to a better position if you wish.
Yeah, I think just from where I am going to take a shot at Elephant 5.
All right, let me set you up with a target here, chum. Have at it. $31.
It's 31.
It's the size of a barn, but you managed to angle it and get well, it's that hide, right? That really tough hide, right? Shoot for a crack in the hide. You land 1 point. Ping. Ow. You have an action left. Here's something. Joe. I know you're big on characters growing organically, but it's been over a year. And players, Matt Spiegler loves going, can we? As in, you guys should, because I'm doing my own thing. Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we, right? That's a great way to go, hey guys, do this with your turn. They can decide. We talked about what characters can and can't do on their last action. Firing a second or third time, not always a good idea, but I like your idea.
Yeah, it's aiding another for their next attack. So you can use a skill based on whatever you want to try to do, or it's up to the GM. And if you are a expert or a master, then it's a bonus. Instead of a +1 bonus, it becomes a +2 or +3 bonus. So saying that, hey, we're flanking somebody, I can aid on my last action to help whoever, and that will give them, as long as you beat a DC, which is pretty easy with a skill, an extra +2 to their attack, which is huge in this game. Any little pluses are huge.
Tell them the
Because
downside.
everything is on the downside. So
No, there's
But
a
yeah,
downside. Tell them what the downside is.
that not really is.
Oh, yes, there
it's
is.
a third action.
Up. There's more.
Well, yeah, if you can critically fail.
Nope. Come on.
So
The biggest downside of this is you sacrifice your reaction for next turn. Do you not?
no, you sacrifice an action.
What about
You have 3.
What was it we were talking about that you were sacrificing the reaction? Okay.
No, because there are 3 actions.
Yeah.
Right, you sacrifice 1 to aid,
Okay. No.
which is usually for the fighters is when you get into that I attack, and I do something.
All right. Well, I know it was weeks ago, but there was something you were saying that only cost you cost your reaction in the next round, but it was still totally worth it. Okay.
So I can use like athletics to aid.
Yeah. Pick.
You can,
Yeah.
you figure out what you want to do, and you say, I want to aid by doing this.
Right. So here's an idea. You want to aid Althea if she goes to bow, right?
Yeah, I can let her hop on my shoulders for a better shot.
Yeah. Or you could just like you point out your arrow, right? And you use your body, use a medicine check or something, going like, look, it's got a soft shoulder, or you know what I mean? Like you're using your skill knowledge, even though you're just kind of going shoot it there, but
Or-
something like that.
I run up, and instead of she just stands on my shoulder, she runs up and like jumps off my back and does like a sweet midair
Shot with a bow.
shot or stab or
Yeah.
or
No,
stab.
you run up and physically grab her arms and point her
Now-
aim to the spot.
that
That would be using your
okay,
athletics. to aid.
sorry. Bad example. You are archetyped into a ranger. You saw what she was doing. You understand it. She's trying to calm the beast. Weapon is out, yes, but she did try to calm the beast.
So I'll aid her with my perception.
Okay. Yep. Go right ahead.
Be like, yeah, I'd be like, 20,
Okay, so you take a shot. You manage to wound it, and that
natural 20, 32.
that math goes in your head. It's like, ooh, well, if that worked, then there's an even better spot. And so Spiegler's aiding you, if you wish, for based on his theory of shoot here, bleed. Ooh, that means that this is and shoot right behind the ear, probably be even better. So he lines up this great, this awesome
Lefty
idea.
is like, you're a dwarf. You think you're gonna be able to show an elf how to shoot a bow? Get out of here.
She shoots you behind the ear because she's trying to calm it, and you're a threat to it now. And that's 3 for you, which brings us to Niles.
All right, I draw a weapon.
Okay,
I move.
where do you want to go?
I move 5, 10, 15 feet to the right, to the left, sorry. And I sticky. And I try to stab it.
Okay.
So now it should be flat-footed because it is flanked.
Yes, but don't you have to be threatened by a melee weapon, not just a ranged? Or is it
Anything.
Anything? Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Pulls weapon, gets into position.
Yeah, and can you target it for me? I'm having issues.
Yeah, no problem. Elephant stew tonight, lads.
Yeah, and here we go.
Yep.
That would be a 21 because it's supposed to be flat-footed.
Okay.
But it says it's a miss, so.
All right. Let me. What does the flat-footed do? Takes out my dex.
-2.
Oh, and you got a 21.
No, I got a 19. Thus it would be a 21.
Oh, okay. No, you're looking for a 23. However, I will, on my turn, which is right now, round 2. Right? Where are we here? Come on. Where'd the elephant go? Huh. Round 2. Elephant at the top. I'm going to make him flat-footed, giving him the condition, and then good old fancy grounds. fatigued, frightened, friendly, flat-footed elephant. There you go. Y'all saw it in the chat. Go take backsies. Okay. So here I am. I come out doing this mock charge. I'm agitated by who knows what kind of Friday I had. I come out. My buddy comes racing out. Did you hear that? I heard that. I heard that. Ah! Oh, crap. That little thing hit me in the shoulder. Ah, that bitch hit me in the... What the hell? And what are you going to do? Oh, I think you should trample them, Frank. I do, too. What the heck? You guys are, like, right in front of me. And I literally see this thing stab me twice. And it's like, oh, hell no. 3 actions. Big elephant just goes...
Two actions.
Tramp.
He's slowed for this round.
Oh, I can't trample because it takes 3.
Ooh.
There you go. I want to trample. I want to.
Yeah.
I want. Yeah, that saved your life, dude. Trample is nice. Not bad. So how long does the slow last?
Just this round because he succeeded in the saving throw.
Okay. I wonder if I have a slowed condition I can give me. Slowed 1.
That's what you got, yeah.
Okay, so is it just everything -1 and 1 less action? Do I take penalties too?
Nope, that's just 1 less action.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
No, I mean, that's big, but it's like usually slowed 1, slowed 2.
In
Like,
this game, it's massive.
Oh, yeah.
It's massive in this game.
I want to trample you, but I feel a little, hunkered down. So, anyway, I have a 15-foot reach with my trunk. So I just literally just reach out from where I am and grab or try to grab the goblin that, made a big parade in front of me.
15-foot reach, guys. We should run.
It's an elephant.
Like seriously,
It's a natural
we should run.
beast.
I don't know why you started trying to fight this. It's like the backup shows up and you guys are like, I don't know, let's fight this one. I'm just like, stop, whoa.
Because
I'm right in the middle of 2 of them.
have-
You guys are like, screw it, stab him a few times. That's not gonna piss it off any. I mean, killing it's got to be a feat, but
Okay.
run.
So, a medium or small creature hit by the elephant's trunk is grabbed. I hit you with a 30, you're grab. If I move, I can bring you with me. So you suffer the grab condition, escape DC of 27. I'm almost assuming if you're grabbed, though, I can also, attack you. Like, now I have a hold of you, I can trunk tusk you or step on you or whatever. But anyway, he reaches out and grabs the goblin. Stop hitting me. And that's 1 action. As a second action, right? It moves and is allowed to take him with me. So, I can't trample you, but I can move. So how do I move through enemies? It's just an athletics check? How do I move through enemies that are in my way?
You can't.
Well, there's got to be something.
You can tumble through, or you can use shove actions.
Yeah.
But you can't force. You can't just
But there's got, like I said, there's either got to be a way to avoid them, or there's got to be like squeeze. Yeah, I squeeze by. My 3 wide becomes 2 wide. I squeeze around the sorcerer. Yeah, I don't know that there's anything really behind me. So it grabs the goblin and backs up, like backs off from the archer kind of thing. So it steps back. Sorry, Wolfie. So
it can't.
It's just not allowed to, huh? What?
That's the whole purpose of flanking one animal.
Okay, so what?
It can't go anywhere.
How many
unless
actions?
it wants
There's
to.
got to be a shoving or bull rushing or something. There's got to be a way to move.
Yep, there is.
So what are my options? How many actions?
Your options is to try to shove.
Okay, I will shove.
Which is an athletics check.
Okay.
I
Against
believe.
target fortitude.
Right. So what is Reyna's fortitude? Here comes a whole bunch of elephant ass. I'm backing up. It's like trying to get the cat out of your spot on the couch. Here I come. Last warning.
But
Her
it should,
fortitude is 9.
it should have
So it'd be
a description on the animal or the monster
Of what?
for its traits that it can do?
I can grab, I can trample, and I have some attacks. That's it.
Okay, then you can't shove because you need a free hand to shove.
Oh, right.
That's why.
Oh, yeah, I would need the trunk to shove. Okay. Yeah, so going to basic actions, he just does not have the gear or the abilities. Okay, that's fine. So, yes, I'm going to move up. I move forward, and I have the, Actually, you know what? Well, grabbed, I'm assuming it's like you're on the ground or you're slightly elevated, so... Anyway, it takes a step forward. Grabs the goblin, scoops up the goblin, takes a step forward. Urgh, you know, here I come. That's it. I'm out of actions. Because I grabbed you for 1. I moved forward. Oh, duh. I'll be okay. I wanted to trample because it's an animal, like fight or flee. I can't do that. I'm slowed. I'm confused. So I grab him, and I am going to... Well, he's at reach, so I need to pull him in before I can attack him. I got to reposition. So how do you reposition in this? Like, you're grabbed, right? It says once you're grabbed, I'm allowed to move you for free if I move. But I just want to actually attack you while held. I want to eat you. Gore you. Yeah, it's not really how you attack with a tusk, though. I don't like they use their head and they come at you like the trunk is...
The trunk has reached. Does the tusk have reach?
Yeah, 10 foot.
Then you can attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of hold me there.
You just hold them there.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, dude.
No, it's...
Well, I'm trying to
happens.
think like an animal. Like I said, this is not cool if I just like the thing grows a massive tactically brain like it's a 10-foot dragon. It's an animal. It thinks like an animal. So I'm going through this, logically, so that.
Well, it would probably try and swipe me out of the way and, get out of here because it's kind of pinned in.
Oh, it's already been agitated. Like this thing is willing to fight. Like I said, because of Slowbrak, I can't run away. So now I'm confused. Why am I not going this? So it's like, right. Nice way to try to put in and it doesn't attack me, but no. That bridge was burned up during my slow. Lowbrak is grabbed. Where's the grab? Grab. You were grabbed. Grab conditional Lowbrak. Okay. Going back to my elephant. Okay, now that you are grabbed, I am going to attack you with my tusk. And that is action 2. But I take penalties because it's my second action. I can give you that much. -5. With my trunk. No, with my tusk. Natural 20. Holds you up and almost scares you. Doing double 3d8 point plus 9 piercing damage. You take 46 points of damage as this thing picks you up and is aggravated. Why am I slowed? It's shaking its head. It accidentally practically scares you on its tusk for 46 points of damage.
I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
Do you have nature? Calm the beast, yeah. Albric. Well, you look into that when we get to your turn. Albric.
Right. Run away! Don't fight! There's 2 of them! What are you gonna do about 2 of them? Just get out of here! And I'm gonna book it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like pick between 2 buildings and get the hell out, right?
Yep.
Okay, show us the path, dude. Brave Sir Robin.
Yep, runs away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's right across.
Here. There's 1 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He literally ducks under the elephant, holding under the trunk because he's holding him up, right under the goblin. Run away, everyone retreat. Off he goes. Okay. Next
and no, I'll get to here and then I'll start heading back this way.
Okay.
To there. And with my last action, I'll turn and say, "What are you doing standing there still? Run away!"
Next elephant. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi. It tramples poor Alethea. Just comes right in, "Rah!" Seeing its mate getting all kinds of mixed up and getting chopped up, and you guys doing whatever, facing off with it. Alethea, reflex basic of 24 for save, which I'm assuming means half damage. Joe, let's talk about trampling rules.
26.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing. A large or smaller,
Sure.
24. Monster strides up to double its speed, can move through a space of a creature of a large size, smaller, trampling each creature whose space it enters. The monster can attempt to trample the same creature only once, single trample. It deals this much bludgeoning damage. No damage on a critical success, half on a success. And, sorry, before I finish, okay, I come running up next to the well. I can move twice my speed. Where am I here? What is my speed? 40-foot speed. I can move 80 feet. Where was I?
Okay.
I was down here, right? So it's 5 up, and then 5 over 1, and then 10, so that's 20, 30, 40 puts me on top of Alethea, and I go through friendlies for free. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah.
But Lobrak is grappled, so that's not friendly.
I didn't go through his square.
The elephant has.
Oh, is
does it
engaged in a grapple.
not?
Yeah, that's fine. Now it talks about my speed. So I'm going to be nice and say that this is kind of like, not a straight line thing, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to hook the corner just to step on Spiegler to be a dick. It shifted, it ran, and it stops between, you know what I mean? Because otherwise it could be a dick and just like turn. Probably can't get in there. Anyway, so the trample. So you do make the save, and at 26, 24, it's not a crit save, but it's a regular save. So you take half of this damage. Half of 23 rounded down is 11 points. So Alethea gets trampled for 11 points of damage. And now it's Alethea's go. Lobrak, get ready. You're on deck.
Okay, well, I'm going to move.
Okay. Ouch.
It won't let me move. And then I'm going to shoot the elephant that has Lobrak.
Okay. So going straight through Oakheart, friendly, shifting off to the east into where the buildings are on the other side of the well, taking a shot at the other elephant. Nice elephant. Good elephant. Die elephant.
29.
Now, your dwarf did aid you last round, and it's only just this next round, and he told you where to shoot. So you do get a +1.
So 30.
Yep. To shoot. You hit. And damage.
Do you have point blank shot?
5 for damage, and hold on a second. I think so.
Does that be an additional +1? And some extra damage.
I'm just
too, I
glad
think.
she's not hunting us as prey yet, because it just sets up a whole bunch of ow.
Yeah, not yet. I haven't.
No, but
And no, I don't have point blank.
but kudos for you, like playing the ranger, going, oh, these are animals. We should just. Oh my god, what has the goblin done?
It's all his fault, but I'm not going to let him die.
No, of course.
Or at least try
of
not to let him
course.
die.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was a party member. There's history there between you two. It's very nice of you. You gotta kill him yourself. I know this, but you know.
Oh, totally.
I will kill you myself. You imagine that?
So 5.
He's screaming, I'm so sorry, and she's like, I'll kill you, but she means Lobrak, not the elephant, and she's like pumping arrows in this thing. That's hilarious.
So 5 for damage, and I'm going to yell at Reyna to get out of here.
Okay. Ready to go. Okay. Lobrak. You're up.
Alrighty.
Escape. Athletics, acrobatics.
That is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make an acrobatics check to try and get out of here.
27 is what you're looking for, sir.
Alrighty.
This thing's face has a snake attached to it, and it's wrapped around you, and it's crushing you. Oh my god.
Alrighty. I got a 4 on the dice, so that's an 18.
If you could just get a hand free. Okay, you got one hand out, but not yourself out free yet, damn it.
Alrighty.
You can always use a hero point to re-roll.
That is
the hero point that could save your life if you get a tick. Because you guys are riding with one hero point. If you burn it, you could die. Because it can save your life because of damage. Just saying.
Well, I have 2 apparently. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna burn one to re-roll that because hey.
There you go. Go ahead.
I would prefer not to critically fail if possible. All right, there we go. We got the nice spin on.
And
the
we're
dice.
spinning, and we're
look at
spinning.
that.
Okay.
The suspense,
fuck.
I rolled the same thing.
Thank you for burning your hero point. Would you mind?
Heart of the cards, man. You didn't say it. You didn't say it.
Thank you for. Would you mind taking your hero point total down to 1? Thank you.
Yes, I already did.
Anything else?
Is that a critical failure or just a regular failure?
18. You only need 27, so you critical would have been 17 or lower. You're good.
Okay. Which means I can attempt that again. Because
Now,
it's only a singular.
He's
action,
in combat, Joe. Should he be taking penalties in the multiple attempts or no?
Only if it's an attack trait.
Okay, not really. Like it grabbed him. It's kind of escaped, which it's fine.
Dude, you are cursed.
Okay, I'm changing the color of these dice.
What did you get, Al?
I got another 18.
You got another 4. 3 4s in
Yep.
a row. You seeing this? That's awesome.
31. There we go.
What?
That was my last action.
You're not hasted.
No, but he
I
spent
have
he
3
spent a
actions.
hero point to re-roll. So one of them was a hero
so the
point
4th.
re-roll.
Yeah. Sorry. Right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Oh. No, you're good.
And
you're
you
good.
wiggle free. And you drop to the ground. You're good. Raina books it. Bye. Stefan Ogenhart. Raina, go. Okay. See ya. See you tomorrow. I'll be in the cabin. Stefan Okenhart. And Niles are left. Stefan, what do you do?
Jump headfirst down the well. No.
That is not a bad idea. They can't trample you in
It's
there. That is.
I
Dude,
regret not doing
dude,
that now.
That is. Now you will take falling damage if there's not water down there or whatever. But maybe see the crossbar with the rope. If you would just want to hit that rope and
Grab that rope
just
and
jump in
and slide
Yeah,
down.
give me an athletics check for this awesome move but you would have to drop your bow, or do you want to, as one action, throw the bow in the well? Right, so it's in there with you. Then run, second action, because you're moving, and then grab the rope and slide down with athletics, and that's 3 moves. And you and your bow will be reunited as you bleed out the bottom of this well if you fucking. But it looked
Yeah,
epic,
really.
right? Or you could dive head first, like you said, down this well, and we'll talk about, what is it, Joe? Like 6 points or 5 points or every 10 feet? It's like a static. I think it's like 6 points of 10 foot. They don't roll anymore. You don't roll a d6. It's just like base damage. They here you go, flat damage. 6 points every 10 feet you fall. Most wells are 30 feet or more.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the rope.
Okay, so did you want to toss the bow in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. I got a 4 just like Lobrak.
Okay.
18.
All right. So you toss it in for free because you're right next to it, and then you move in, and then he goes for the rope, and then he just goes to slide down. You grab the rope. Can I have a percentage chance from you? Remember how we talked about a fire that burned through the whole village? There's a chance that board and that rope and everything aren't in the best shape. Now, it looks fine. I didn't say that it is burnt, but there is a chance, the wear and the tear and the cinder and the blah. A small chance.
Where's the percent again?
So you right-click on the 10-sided, and then there'll be a percentage in the top left of the wheel. It's like the middle dice.
30.
Oh, you're good. I was only going to give like a 20% chance that this rope frayed and, burnt fell. So down the rope he goes, or at least you're on it, but you're in the well, and then you can move down later. But you've disappeared, which is good. Niles.
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna flank. Shift. right? The building's in front of you, you can't see what's going on. The elephant's beside you. You hope someone's on the other side attacking, and then everyone flee, run, scatter. You hear them all. You're like you in the back of this elephant in the building. What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's fine. If you can target Lobrak for me, please,
Oh, okay.
so I can heal him.
Oh, I was gonna say. Oh, wow. And he died in the fight. No one saw anything. So where,
I don't know what happened.
where are we going with this, Niles? It's kind of dark, dude.
Yeah, it's a new spell. But yeah, I'll heal
It's
the
called
goblin.
I Don't Like You. Never did. Spell's called
So
I Never Liked You.
Let's see how well the dice work for my healing here. There you go, Lobrak. Gain back 43. I don't know why everybody's running away.
I'm here to fight.
Oh, wow.
That's
Out of, like, what did you take? 48 or 46?
Yeah, it took 46.
46.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
And for my last action, because that was my 2-round action.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I will stab.
Okay.
Let's get a solo this thing.
Yeah.
Cowards.
Pretty much.
Well, the man is drunk all the time, right? It's like, oh, wow, you saved us. Yep, stab. Let's go. And now I will save you again. And like, dude's hammered 24/7. You really want to leave him on his own?
We haven't had combat for so long.
I know.
21.
Oh, he hits Lobrak. Damn it.
Oh,
Anyway, 21 would have missed the elephant because you need 23.
I won't roll my damage then.
Okay.
And I'm done.
And we will see you next time going along with our bonus leveling in a 2-hour episode. We'll see you all next time and see what happens in round 3. Say goodnight, everybody.
I might actually live.
Rain is going to kill you.
Probably not. Really. I mean,
That's fair. The elf will kill me afterward.
Yes, I am.